Did any of you do the superstition stuff?
I did not.
I did. One. I did only one. I walked around the living room with my empty luggage. That's the one I did.
Does that count? That doesn't count.
Why not?
Aren't you supposed to go around the block? I thought the whole thing is that you're supposed to take the luggage. You're not traveling.
And that manifests traveling, right?
Yeah.
She's not going nowhere.
I already have 2 trips planned for this year, so it's worked already.
That's
Excellent.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Todo Latino Show presented by Todo Wafi. I am your host, Rafael Fernandez, along with my co-host, Yobi Lee, Daisy Tornell, and joining us for our very first episode is a good friend of ours, Marissa Galvin-Cota, a.k.a. Missy Talks.
Yes.
From the Luminary Sound Show.
Welcome, Missy.
We are truly
Thank
excited
you.
to be here. Man, it's interesting. So we went from the Latin Babble Show. Now we have the Todo Latino Show. We're in person. We're in LA.
Woo.
Really exciting. Before we get into everything we're going to be talking about today, I'm highly interested on how everybody is doing because it's been a while. Like we had all the vacation stuff and all the holidays. Like how did you guys celebrate your New Year's?
Ooh, good question.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Hi, everyone. We are in person now. So I'm Jovi D, and thank you for making me part of the family of the Latino Show.
I mean, we'll see about whether you stay in the family. Though.
All right. Yeah. You got to earn
It really
your
all
bars.
depends on how
You
the
gotta earn your
ratings do.
bars.
You know how it is. It's just like in Sync and Backstreet Boys.
Shots fired.
You gotta earn the year started pretty good, pretty mellow, chill. I had a couple of champagne glasses.
Ooh, I love that.
Did you eat the grapes
Champagne
though?
glasses?
I know, right? The grapes. I think I did not do the grapes this time around. But y la maleta
Y los calzones.
y los calzones.
Well, who did it though? Like, did any of you do the superstition stuff?
I did not.
I did. One. I did only one. I walked around the living room with my empty luggage. That's the one
Does
I
that
did.
count? That doesn't count. Like,
Why not?
Aren't you supposed to go around the block? I thought the whole thing is that you're supposed to take the luggage. You're not traveling.
And that
Tú no
manifests
vas a ningún
traveling,
lado.
right?
Yeah.
She's not
Well,
going
I
nowhere.
already have 2 trips planned for this year, so it's worked already.
That's
Excellent.
she's like I walked around my living room.
Okay. I did the vision board for the first time. I had never done that before.
Oh,
So we'll
okay.
see if anything comes true. But
Well, what was on your vision board?
more red carpet events, more traveling, more fitness, more things that are gonna happen regardless, but
Manifest it.
Wait, you
More.
manifested it
I
already.
think I
Why is
do.
it on the vision board?
No, but I feel like I start the year doing it, and then mid-year I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I stop
So
doing
you
it.
refresh it every quarter kind of thing,
Well,
Like
it's my
taxes.
first time
Oh,
doing
it's your
it.
first time? I
Yeah,
know.
and they say that to manifest, you have to put a picture of exactly
Yes.
what you want.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So
was
I put
thinking
an
about it.
apartment of exactly what I want. That way I
In LA,
manifest.
hopefully.
In LA, hopefully, so I don't have to drive an hour anymore.
Man,
There
she
you
over there
go.
down in Orange County. You can't be doing that. It's like, Daisy, hey, you want to go hang out? It'll take about an hour and a half for me to get to you, but yeah, at any point.
Every time.
So is a vision board like a New Year's Eve thing?
It's
People do
No,
that?
you started at the beginning of the year.
Oh,
So
okay.
You
okay.
can create it.
Yeah.
Like, you can
Yes,
create
yes.
it at the end of the year so that you can implement it during the year.
I just do it whenever I feel like it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
I mean, you can do it every year. I think a lot of people, it's just like a New Year's resolution.
I
A lot of
see.
people will start their vision boards so that they can start, putting it into action like January 1st.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like I think
Yes.
our friend Andrea
I do.
Casanova, she's like a vision
But
board
she made a
guru.
huge one. She made like
Yeah, but she manifests everything. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't do that. My vision board's in my head. It's one of those things. I can't be sitting there putting on all kinds of stuff around my house.
You can make it easier. I journalize. You journaling. And I do that pretty much every quarter, every 3 months. You kind of write everything down, and that's a way of also putting it out there.
I need to start doing that.
There you go.
So
There you go.
you're inspiring me to do it.
I just can't. I can't decorate my room like that. People will look at me and be like,
No,
"Oye, ¿qué te
I
pasa?"
do not
Like,
display it. I definitely.
Well, I have it on my
my vision board
background,
hidden
my vision
somewhere.
board.
But I know, yeah.
See? It's
Oh,
She
see?
has it on her phone.
She has it on her
nice.
phone
No,
background.
I
but
wouldn't
she
have
has it
anybody
on-
So I'm
see what
reminded,
I
you
have.
know.
Yeah.
My vision
Stash it.
board is as soon as I open up my eyes from my bed, I see it. So I'm like, okay, let's see it first thing before I go to bed, first thing or last thing before I go to sleep.
Oh, that's
So-
good.
I'm trying to like rewire my brains and like make sure it comes true.
Nice.
And it will.
I think for me, my vision board is my TV. As soon as I wake up, that's the first thing I see. It's right there. I can put on whatever channel I want. I give you props for being able to do that. I don't have the stamina to be creating a whole ass collage of different.
You don't want to cup magazines. That's what it is.
Hey man, I just make things happen. I don't need to put it on a board.
He doesn't
That's
need
the
to
way
wear
we
the
do.
calzones. He doesn't need to
I
eat
don't
the
have
grapes.
to look.
Right.
I didn't do any of the. As a matter of fact, my New Year's was actually messed up because we were trying to watch the ball drop, and you know how you don't have cable, you only have streaming services and things like that.
Yes.
So we actually put on this one, and you know, Amazon Fire TV, y'all need to step it up, okay? If I can't turn around and watch on regular channels, we got a problem.
What's going on?
So
Amazon?
yeah, and so I put it on, and we were like, oh, it's gonna show the Disney ball drop at like a countdown. So at like 11:50, we're like, oh, okay, it's about to start. We're sitting there looking at the clock. 11:59 comes around. We were waiting for it to just kind of like transfer over, and then all of a sudden it never did. And we were like, hey, it's
So
about
what
to
were you
start.
watching on TV the whole
Just a
time?
blank screen saying Disney Countdown is about to come.
Oh,
no.
So at one point we're at like 11:59 and we're like, hey, it's about to start. Everybody comes into the room, and then it just hits 12 o'clock, and then it's four people just looking at each
Happy
other
New
like,
Year.
well, I guess Happy New Year, because like nothing ever happened. It was just
Yeah.
so yeah, not exactly. I never started the year. I'm still in
You're still
2023.
in 23.
Okay.
The only reason I knew it was 12 o'clock, I had gone to bed. I didn't even want to wait. I was like, nah, I'm fine with it. The only reason I knew is because I heard all the fireworks. All the fireworks started going off. I go, oh, it must be 12. Happy New Year.
Well, we saw it at 12 after the fact, you know, on the screen.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go to New York. That's the only time we ever had the ball drop that actually came down consistently.
You know, that's another
definitely
thing.
checked
LA
that off
doesn't
my
have a ball
list.
drop.
The
You
New
guys don't-
York
I
thing
checked
of
that off.
standing out there for hours without going to the restroom.
What
to
year
pee.
you did that?
No, that's you get catheter. You just attach it to
Oh,
your pants.
no, I will. You will
Get out.
never make me do that.
I
ever.
did that, and I
Same.
definitely checked that off on my bucket list. But it was cold and it was raining.
It was
But it was
cold.
just an
You
experience.
were wearing a diaper, huh?
I know, actually no. I thought about it, but it was not. It was
Was
proven not
Mariah
to.
Carey lip singing in yours? No, I'm just kidding.
But the thing is that it's an experience. But then I saw this couple right at the balcony, not too far from Times Square, and I was like, no, I need to do that next time.
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
They
If
were
I go
like-
to New
They
York
had-
and
they
have
were in
that
a hotel?
moment,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or Airbnb, whatever.
If I do that, is to have a moment with some loved one or something like that. Like it's that
To
moment we say we
propose or
did it. Yeah, we
something.
propose in front of all these people and she's freezing. We have a moment and that ya se acabó. And then after that we go back to whatever warm location we originated from. So all right, let's get with the it's a new format, it's a new show. We have a whole
Yes.
bunch of different things.
So exciting.
Obviously Daisy's gonna go back into doing celebrity news because
Woo.
that's literally all she does.
It's all I do, guys.
It's all she does.
I don't know. That's one of the
Pregúntale a
best parts,
Daisy.
though. That's one of
So
the best parts.
I got the cafecito today. So Bad Bunny recently, this past week, just deleted all of his pictures, changed his profile picture, and posted a very cool picture called or captioned "Desayuno," where he has a bowl of cereal and some money. And every time Bad Bunny does something like this, it means something's coming. Either a tour, either he's having a baby with Kendall, or
Oh my goodness.
a new
That'll
album.
cause more
So what do
controversy.
you guys think? Do you think it's new music, a concert?
I'm gonna let you guys take this first.
What do you
Because-
I
guys
say
think?
it's a concert. He must be coming up with something.
Or a new single?
a new tour,
new
single.
tour.
But he had a song out for New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact, didn't he?
He had an album recently.
That's the one that broke the.
That's the one with the horse.
Yeah,
Remember that?
we
The
reported.
cover?
Yeah, we reported all that where like it broke Guinness Book of Records and all kinds of
Yes.
stuff. Broke
But
Spotify.
knowing him, you don't know what's next. Like, you just don't. Like, he always does something crazy on social media, and then bam, like he announces something. So
Well,
I have a feeling it's a tour. What do you think?
I think it's new music.
New music?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's messing with people, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, he always messes with people. That's that's what I like about him though.
The thing though with the pictures, because I was looking at them, the last picture is a hat, and I think it says under offer. So I'm kind of like, what does that mean? Like, where is he getting at that? Because the other ones was just a cereal, like you said, in the stack of money. I think it's like $100, $100.
I need to have whatever
One
he's
bills.
having because that looked like a really tasty
It's
breakfast.
like a couple thousands, right? Stacked up.
It looked like
I
it
don't
was
know,
ones.
It was a lot of money.
It was
looked
a lot of
ones.
money, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a stack right there.
Mm-hmm. So
And they had mentioned
curious.
that he broke up with Kendall, but he did not.
That's the news that I heard. But then you told me that they were.
They've
they
been spotted
hadn't-
on vacation for New Year's, so
they're back together.
They're together.
Yeah.
yeah. And I heard that their relationship is toxic. So I don't
you
know.
did.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're hearing that, first of all, I'd like to know where you're hearing this, Daisy.
Just go on social
She
media.
says she's like, But I thought that they had actually broken up, and then you were the one that told me
That's what
yesterday
I
that
heard
no,
too.
that they were back together. But I can't see that relationship as nothing but toxic. I can't see any relationship where any
gonna be like,
Kardashian
Mommy, the
is in.
mosquitoes. That's all he's gonna really.
Yeah,
communicate
like
with her.
I don't get it. First of all, my son would probably be pissed off at the fact that he removes all his social media stuff like, is he deleting it or he's got to be putting that into archives?
I was thinking archive.
Yeah.
Because you're
I
messing
don't
with the
think he would
algorithm
delete
there.
it.
Like, there's no way you're deleting all
But he's
that.
Bad Bunny. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, but he's not the one deleting that. There's got to be some intern somewhere or some person that he's paying
Social media
who's
manager.
like walks into the room that day and Bad Bunny's like, "Bueno, we're gonna start all over," and then you're like, "Oh shit!" And then you have to turn around and now he's sitting there deleting the 80 million posts that he put up because he puts up a lot.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
They're
I
in
just
the
feel like
archives.
I don't think he deleted it. It's like, you know.
it's got to be in the archives. You got to be able to like support that.
How long do you think until we get the answer? When do you think he's gonna drop whatever he's dropping?
I give it a month. Actually, I give it a month.
You give it a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give it a
Alright.
month, and we can recap on this and talk about it later.
I mean, we'll eventually find out.
Yeah.
Nothing he does is quiet.
I mean,
So-
what if it's like just a cereal brand that he's
Right.
Bad Bunny
promoting?
cereal.
Yeah,
He's promoting Bad Bunny cereal.
You know, maybe
You eat dollar bills. Like
Yeah.
inside is a gift is money.
The marshmallows are like dollar bills or something.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, this man. Look, anybody can say whatever the hell they want about Bad Bunny when he was doing the candle and you know people were calling him, oh, he's a hypocrite and this. The man is a master marketer.
Yeah.
Okay, this brother is the #1 reggaeton singer. Call it whatever the hell you want. He's the #1 entertainer in the industry. The man is breaking all kinds of stereotypes. He's on the cover of Rolling Stone, the first Latino to do that, the first Latino headline Coachella, the first Latino this, first Latino that. Breaking Guinness World Books of Records, blowing up Spotify. No offense to Peso Pluma who does it on YouTube, but this man is blowing everything else. And then he keeps it real with his people. Like, he's the only person who goes to Puerto Rico every year. Le da juguete a everybody. Does free concerts for his people.
Wow.
Like, I don't care what you want to say about him. But you're not going to be able to cancel him because he's already proven that his album is going to come out.
No matter what he does,
no matter what he does, he's like, first of all, we found out that the phone thing he didn't throw it into water. It's apparently in some bush. They got the phone back or whatever. And so they don't put it out. So, like, we exaggerated obviously the hell out of that. And we took part of that because we it was fun.
Hey, I don't know. Last year he was like hating on Bad Bunny a little bit. So
No.
seems like you turned around.
I wasn't hating on the Bad Bunny like as the actual performer and what he does. I was hating on the fact that like he was bringing too much attention to himself in a useless way. Like he's at that level. There's no reason for you to be adding more, stuff. You already got things going on. You got your ex-girlfriend or ex-wife, whatever it is, trying to sue you for this and that. Like, you have other things. There's no need for you to be throwing phones and this and that. Now, mind you, she was in his personal space. I probably would have just taken her phone and stepped on it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying he's at that level where he can do no wrong. And Puerto Ricans will try to hate on him and all kind, but it doesn't matter what you do. This man bounces
He's always
back.
giving.
He's Teflon, man. This guy is like gonna be around, and nobody's gonna be able to turn around and touch this guy.
I mean, if he's not canceled over dating Kendall Jenner, then he's just not going to get canceled.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. I got upset, honestly, that he left Gabby for
a lot of
Kendall.
people.
I did.
Well, I feel like I don't know. I have a feeling him and Gabby are gonna find their way back to each other.
Well, you
one
guys
day.
are trying to telenovela this shit.
know.
Like, I'm not trying to telenovela nothing. I feel like he's in his world, and like we're just in it because there's really nothing that you could. He's at that level, like you two and all these. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just certain people who are like famous, and then there are people who are infamous. And
Yes.
this man
Right.
is
Yes,
infamous.
yes, yes.
Your
You know
boy
what I'm
Bad
saying?
Bunny. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and between the movies now and I feel like the wrestling, like, and he's good at it.
He's
no matter
great.
what he does, he's good at it.
Yeah.
And so
He's
I don't know.
entertainment. He's the face of the entertainment.
Now,
And
mind you, all his music to me sounds like he's just mumbling into a microphone. But that's another
Right,
story
right.
whatsoever. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine, but people love it.
I would
People
say
love it.
It resonates with people.
It does. It does. I wake up sometimes and I sound that way when I'm trying to clear my throat. But, hey, I'll take some of that money he was eating that cereal with. That was,
Yeah.
For real.
I'll take some of the
For
cereal.
real.
And another news, guys, we also have Peso Pluma collaborating with Caliuchis on a song. And it's called Igual que un ángel. So it's really funny because we have all the guys on TikTok going crazy over this song, doing trends, saying like when Peso Pluma song comes on, it's got me feeling some type of way.
It's so cute.
And it's so funny because I feel like we're really seeing guys like in our Peso Pluma Caliuchi's set come out. And I just want to know, Babbler, would you ever consider doing that trend?
I think I am. I think it'd be funny. Now, mind you, I think they're doing it for clicks. I don't think any man's waking up in the morning and dancing like that with Peso Pluma like you see on these
Like doing their
TikTok.
soft side.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like talking about their soft side.
And there's this meme where there's this guy on the street wearing heels and some glasses, and he's bent down, and it's like literally captioned like when Caliuchi's song with Peso Pluma comes on. Me.
I give him props too. Look, he blew up. Major representation for the Mexican community. Like it, and I remember when we had, when Paula was with us on the show, she had told us this type of music is going to be rising up.
Yes.
And he was on, what is it, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, the Jimmy Fallon show. Like that was huge for him, and I think it's catapulted him into a new era.
Well, also his music, a lot of people are saying, is turning more pop.
Yeah, I was going to ask that question. Do you think that he's going to start going into a different direction with
I mean,
his
you
genre?
technically have to eventually, because if not, you don't get mainstream. Like if you don't really kind of go into the industry, and I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to sit there and say, oh, okay, well, he's not keeping it real and blah, blah, keeping it to it. But in order to survive in this industry, you have to be diverse, and you have to be able to kind of blend in to different households and different things. And if you don't do that, like if you don't collab with different artists, and if you don't try and experiment with your music, first of all, as an artist, you should be experimenting that anyways.
I mean, look at how many people are doing that. Bad Bunny had a song with Grupo
Los corridos,
Yeah, so now everybody's kind
and
of going.
Shakira did a really good song also as well. And I think Arcángel also, as a matter of fact, I like that genre. I like that collaborations that they're making.
I like the mixture.
I think cross collaboration is one of the things that really kind of catapults you and invites you into a different audience you didn't have if you had just stayed like within your genre.
Well, and look how popular the song is. All the guys are doing it.
All the guys, not even the girls, the guys.
It's the guys.
So, but I think most men can, like, especially in that community, can see themselves in, Peso Pluma, just his uprise and the way he's coming up. Like, I think the support that they're showing him with a lot of the music that he's doing is just phenomenal. I love it because, like, you don't see that a lot with a lot of artists. You always start seeing and this is a man who's got all kinds of issues when he goes into his own country, gang wars and all kinds of stuff behind his side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I can't imagine performing in your own home country and like feeling like you need top-notch security because they're trying to come after you for saying something or doing something. So
you have to be careful.
Props
as an
to him.
artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
But congrats to him. And in other news too, I don't know if you guys saw Sofia Vergara is coming out with her new series, Griselda, on Netflix, which is going to be highlighting Griselda Blanco's life, the Colombian drug lord. And it's really interesting because she has never really done a serious role like this. She was part of Modern Family, so she's always done like the comedian side of the show. And her being from Colombia, like I think it's really cool that she's going to get to do this series. So what do you guys think about her in this series? Do you think it's going to be interesting seeing her in a different role, or are you guys excited?
I had a chance to see the trailer. I check out Netflix, and I think this is really good for her. Like, she's been around for a long time. Going back to, when she was doing the travel show and game show that she had with Cristina Sararelli, and she has evolved so much. And also the director is also from Colombia, so they working, it's a nice collaboration. I saw that she devoted on her makeup, on changing her ways, her walking, the way that she talks, everything.
Even the way she looks, it's crazy how they were able to transport.
Yeah, the transformation.
She
is
really
unreal.
got into this role and dramatic, and I'm really looking forward for her to be considered and taken care of, very seriously in other roles in drama, because she has it. It's really, really, nice.
And she comes a long way too, because people constantly make fun of her accent.
Right.
So I'm like, take this woman serious. Look at how much she's done.
Oh, just like the interview she did the other day?
Yes. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, that dude turned around and tried to come at her. Like, and she put
He's
him
like,
in
how did you say Modern Family? And she's like, excuse me, how many Grammys have you been nominated for? How many? Yeah. How many?
love that.
Yeah, she went after, I think it was Golden Globes and stuff like that, and he was trying to defend himself, but there was just no defense. And it looked like they were trying to come off as like he was trying to play it off as humor, but she was dead serious.
No, she was mad.
She was like, yeah, she caught feels on that moment, and you can tell.
I would say don't mess with her when she's already in the mindset of a Colombian drug lord, right?
Yeah.
Like she's already in that mindset. Why are you messing with her?
We find out later on the host went missing. 2 days later, they still haven't found his body.
Right. I'm excited for her serious role, though.
And I'm excited Karol G's joining her.
Yes,
too.
I saw 3 of the trailers that are out there, but and it was really cool to see. I was like, oh my gosh,
Because Karol G has never acted before, right? This is her first role.
I think.
I've never seen her.
I think this might be her first role. I mean, aside from what she does on the spot. Well, I don't know. She was on Saturday Night Live. I mean, that's not.
Oh my gosh, she killed it there. She was really good.
it's not the same thing.
It's not the
though.
same.
I don't
But
think it's the same.
she did an appearance.
It's really exciting to see a lot of artists go into acting too. I like it. I don't know. It's cool to see them do different.
I think
things.
it's the ultimate. Like if you're because I think musicians, I mean, you're seeing it with a bunch of people. Like you're seeing wrestlers now go into acting. You're seeing musicians now, they're taking the acting route. You see comedians now, they're taking that. I mean, you've seen like George Lopez and with Kevin Hart and all these other people who have done different types of things like comedy. We have Gadiel and Andy who are going to be in one of our other shows, and you see how they're multiverse when it comes to like all these different areas. I don't feel like if you're a musician, you should just stay as just a musician.
Well, what are they at the end of the day? They're all entertainers.
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Entertainers.
Yes.
So just like you were saying earlier, why not jump into a different genre or jump into a different line of entertainment and see if it works?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already auditioning for
Experiment.
Netflix, so
You want to be an actor?
yeah, I'll be an actor. I'll be everything. You
Go
just
for
let you
it.
just give me. I'll sell the oranges. You give me a
Give me a role, do
just give me a
whatever.
role. I'll do whatever.
Did you hear in the last couple of days, Netflix is getting sued for over that show?
Which show?
The miniseries that Sophia's in.
Gonna say
It
that?
just came
Are
out
you
like
serious?
today or
I
yesterday.
did not see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
The son is suing Netflix because apparently he's been doing interviews trying to circle around this project for years. Netflix said they were not interested, and then now they're doing it. And he's like, wait a minute, I said that in my interview a few years ago. You're taking my anecdotes and putting it into the series, and I'm not getting compensated at all as the family.
What do you mean he's taking it? Because see, the thing is like unless he gave that concept to Netflix and Netflix went ahead and took it and made their own version of the show, he's gonna lose.
I
Like,
think
there's
it's something like that. I think it's something very similar to that.
If it's not that, if he didn't give them like a script or some,
No.
or like he was talking to an executive,
there's no way
and
he's gonna win.
There's no way he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things where like he better have mad money for
Yeah.
that.
So he's suing them because he's saying he was going to start his own?
He was trying to shop the idea around
The
to a
idea.
bunch of different networks, including Netflix.
That's a different story.
That's what I'm saying.
So if a pitch went to one of these places and they actually saw this pitch and were like, no, we're not interested, and then all of a sudden created it, that's a different story because now it comes down to like what in his concept that he pitched is similar to what they did,
And that's
so
what he's
forth.
saying.
That's gonna be an interesting fight.
They're trying to block it from coming out January 25th. I don't think he's going to win, though. I think it's going to come out
I don't know.
regardless.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen.
It's hard to
Netflix
win
is a
against
giant.
I mean, it's just hard to win against these major distribution companies.
Well, if they even get to it.
But that's what happens. People
It's
steal
gonna launch.
ideas
It's
all the
gonna
time
launch.
and
They're gonna
like
like
make it their
it's
own.
gonna be one of those things where they sell anyway. So
Yes.
you know how it is. Like they're not gonna get to the point where it's gonna be of any value. They're gonna get to that point where they run into a wall and then Netflix goes, you know what, we want this to go away. You get residuals or whatever. We just won't talk about it. Y se acabó.
Yep. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens because it's in the news cycle.
Or
right
he
now.
might just go missing, just like the other. No, I'm just kidding.
Gisela's on it.
Yeah. Might just go
AKA.
missing. Where did I hear, on a
Sofia.
different topic, where did I hear that Selena's murder is going to be coming out sometime
Oh,
this
next
year? or
year.
Next year, right?
Yes.
Is it official? Like that's because I feel like
Well, that's
every
when
year
her
I hear
parole-
next year
Her
she's gonna
parole's
come
up.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
her
I
time
hope-
is up.
Well, I hope that she does not come out because you know I'm a big Selena
Does she
fan.
want to come out though?
She
Like if I
Probably
was
not,
her,
probably not.
I'd stay in.
Right. People are going to be coming after her.
Oh, they're
I don't
going
know,
to be
ma'am.
camping out.
Yeah.
She is not going to be able to go to like any supermarket and
She's
just
probably
shopping
one of the
anywhere.
most hated people on.
She's
on
a
this
meme. Like
planet.
when you become a meme for hate, like it's not exactly
She
like.
is not a Gypsy Rose, okay? She will not come out and get fans. She will.
Oh
yeah, no.
my!
I
Look,
love
she's
Jessie.
still, and she, remember, I was on the East Coast, so I wasn't personally attached to that story. So if I see her, I would the first one to be like, I don't know how you're doing it. You're very brave. Because I'm like, there are people here looking at you right now.
She would probably have to have a whole like full like.
She's gonna have security facelift. It's gonna have to be like
new wig.
She'll have to live in the like middle of America,
where
people are
like
not
in
gonna.
Montana, where nobody knew what the hell was going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
in the middle of nowhere.
Or go to Texas. They might accept her there. So, yeah, she's gonna be. Bueno, I heard about it the other day, and I was just like, I'll mention that because for those of you who know, she's gonna be coming out, and just be prepared. So
now I'm gonna be for the hate. And
no,
the
she
memes.
needs to be prepared.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's listening. All right, so I want to talk about Kelly Osborne, right?
Yes.
Right.
So in case you didn't know, this was 2015. She went on, or she was on The View, back when it was just, I think, what was it?
2000.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Rosie Perez.
I think Rosie Perez was on
At the
there.
time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Simone, That's a Raven. Raven Simone was on there, and then it was her. And she said some stuff. She said some stuff.
She was
I'm gonna play it because I think it's important for you to hear what she said, and then we can kind of go from there.
Oh, those comments, those racist comments, do not help. And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that you know what I mean. Like, but I'm saying
there's more jobs to be
in LA.
That was a comment.
This was in 2015, and
this was in 2015.
Terrible.
Yeah,
so she tried to play it off during that process. It was one of those things where it was like she could tell right off the bat that she had said something wrong because Rosie Perez was looking at her like, "Oh, you done fucked up." Like it was just one of those moments where everybody around her was like,
doesn't one
everybody
of them cut
on the
her
table
off?
actually got
One of them cuts her off and says they do more than that or something like that.
It was Rosie Perez who was like, I don't think that's a fair assessment. Latinos do, and I don't even know why they would need to say that. Like, it was just one of those things, like, trying to validate the work. We clearly don't just clean toilets. Like, that's not a thing.
Clearly.
Correct.
But I'm curious as to what you even, like, when you hear a comment like that, because we're told that only certain people make these comments. Okay, this is The View. This is a very progressive table. And for me, like I've always said the same thing. If you're looking at somebody, I don't care what your affiliation or whatever it is, you have that inside of you whether you like it or not. Okay? This is Kelly Osborne. What are your thoughts just by hearing that terminology used? Because it's coming back, obviously, because she did an interview, I think is with the Rolling Stone.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the Rolling Stone asked her about it. Obviously, this took place, 7 years ago, or whatever it is, eight years ago. And she's apologizing it. She says she refused to do so. She refused to apologize for the fact of being racist. She was being called a racist, which she considers she's not. And she hopes that the situation will open up a conversation about immigration and the Latin community as a whole. First of all, so I have to first ask you, do you feel like it's a racist comment just off the top of your head?
100%.
It was.
She was wilding when she said
It
that.
was.
But
Definitely.
she so believed that she was making a good comment.
Yeah, the way she said it.
Yeah, because she
was
said it in
confident.
such a confident way that, at the moment she got caught. But
First
then
of
she
all,
was
there
like-
is nothing wrong with cleaning toilets. My mom is
Exactly.
a housekeeper, so like my mom's very proud of her work because she's very clean and she loves what she does. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that, but assuming that every Latino does that is so rude. Like we can do many
It was
things.
like-
We're good at it all.
I'm baffled because I didn't see this interview back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
it wasn't on
honestly
my
think I saw
radar.
it live when it happened. I'm like, I literally kind of like, I think I was there. I watched The View, or either I watched the re-recording, like, afterwards. And I was like, oh my God. But at the time, they didn't make much out of it. But then my understanding was that Rosie quit or resigned. Yeah, because
Wow.
she refused to apologize to Kelly, Osborne at that time. Because what she said just, it was just,
That was messed up.
and it's until now that she is
I won't take
speaking
the
about
apology.
it. No, I
feel like,
won't.
no.
So for me, I feel like it shows the underlying bias people have. Even though they might not think that they have it, they have it. Because why was that the first thing that came out of her mouth? She could have said so many other things.
It's in there.
That's what I'm saying. It's
And
underlying.
yeah.
She doesn't know that it's in there. And a lot of people are like that. They don't know that what they're saying is not right and not okay.
I always turn around and I always question it. Okay, is it racist or ignorant? Because there's two different things.
That's true.
Like, okay, so she may not be racist. Like she wholeheartedly doesn't believe
Deliberately.
that Latinos are beneath her or underneath.
Right.
But in this day and age, it's considered racist. Like, that's what it is. We've labeled everything as racism. It's definitely an ignorant comment, because for her to just automatically assume, that means that whenever she sees a cleaning person or whatever, which is what we have an issue with in telenovelas and all kinds of stuff.
They're always cleaning
They're
ladies,
just
huh?
they're
Yeah.
exactly like that's her cleaning lady. That's what that came first into her mind. And so I can see where Rosie, she was trying to add context to it, like, because she could see that everybody else on the table was, you know, like, what did you just say? Like, we're on The View. And so everybody around her was like, no. Like, and she was like, no, but I mean, there was no fixing it. Like, I think, and I honestly think that this did not do her justice to do this interview on the Rolling Stone and then to have this brought back up.
I almost feel like she should have left it alone.
I
Right?
think I would have
what are you
been
talking
like,
about it?
I'm not addressing that. Like, I'm not addressing that again.
Do you think there's anybody who will take her apology now? Like, now that she did the interview with Rolling Stone, do you think people are like, okay, well, she's coming out and she's saying she's sorry, that was the worst thing she ever
I
said?
don't know.
I feel like my biggest issue with some of these comments is that certain people get a pass for them and some people don't.
Okay.
And I think in her case, she gets a pass just because she's
did.
Kelly Osborne or whatever, and
Well,
like
ever
everything
since
just
that,
continues.
has she been working on bigger projects? I haven't seen her in years. Like,
I mean,
don't
she's never really been on bigger projects per se. I think she was on The Talk. Maybe I could be wrong on that. So I'm not gonna say that made or break her because she's Kelly Osborne. So she's working on things that whether they're in front or behind the scenes. My biggest thing about it is like, can we imagine if somebody else would have made that comment?
I know, right? They would have been canceled so badly.
They would have been canceled like right off the bat.
You're like, you're out.
I mean, compared to her mom was on The
Yes,
Talk, and her mom
yes.
got fired immediately after a comment that she made.
I think it's because of the fact that at that point we've moved the tolerant line way up high. Everybody's that line has been moved. Like, you can't say certain things anymore. Or you're done.
Right now, you can't say anything because I feel like TikTok will find you, will find receipts.
Yes.
They literally, you can't do anything. Everything will be found from what you did.
I mean,
in
you gotta-
2010.
They're gonna trace you back.
You gotta
Oh,
be
yeah,
the biggest dumbass on earth if you're putting out some of the most horrendous things on TikTok. And, I mean, I just don't understand. We live in an age where
Twitter
like
too. You need to be careful what you're posting on Twitter.
Unless
Twitter
you're
gets
trying to
people
be,
fired
yeah.
left and right. And
unless you're trying to
LinkedIn.
be infamous, right? Like we were talking about earlier. Unless
Yeah,
you're
but you
trying
better
to
have
be
some
the
money to
shock
back
value.
that up. You better have some money to back that up. If you're gonna be infamous, you can't be infamously broke. Like that's one of those things. Like, you better have, like, if you're Elon Musk and you make a comment like that, you know, you can afford to lose, you know, whatever
Sure.
millions of dollars. But if you're broke Harry and like you're trying to make a statement and that's the statement, and then the next day you don't have a job, and then you don't have a house, and then like, I don't know. I just. But in her case, obviously, she's got a whole family that can back her up on whatever she's doing. I'm surprised this came back up.
Well,
Totally.
she stepped out of the limelight for a couple years after
She
that.
had to.
Yeah.
She had to. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody would touch her after a comment like that.
Maybe it's more of ignorance, like you said, and she needs to kind of educate herself on things you don't.
Oh, no,
say,
it's definitely
you know?
ignorant.
So
I mean,
like,
there's
maybe
definitely
she needed
ignorance.
that time. I don't know, but I don't think she should have brought
And
it.
that's how she closed out the article too. You know, that's what she said. And hopefully that will serve like a better lesson to everyone.
Well, I mean, what's happening is now is that resurface. It's on the New York Post. It's on this. It's on that. So all you did was create another stir of what they consider to be a racist comment, and you're just not going to get away with it. It's almost like you brought it in again.
Well, like you said, you didn't know about it when it happened the first
I had
time,
no
but
idea.
now you know about it.
Now I know about it.
No, I remember it. from back then. I do.
If I see Kelly Osborne on the street, I'll be like, hey, do you need a cleaning?
Hey, there's this famous TikToker. She's a cleaning lady.
Right?
She made a freaking huge
my
business out of
God,
her cleaning
yes.
services. Now she's on the face of Scrub Daddy. So I'm like, if you're thinking that
Why
Latino-
does that
That's the
sound
one
bad?
that in
No,
Dallas.
Scrub Daddy, the sponge to wash your dishes. Like she
Yes.
became.
She's on the
Is she
cover
the
of
one like in
Scrub
Dallas,
Daddy.
Texas, or something
yeah.
like that? I
So I'm
know
like,
which one
if you
you're
want to
talking-
judge
yes.
us for being
That's-
cleaning ladies, and we can start a business from it.
She
so.
literally says like, I think on her profile and her TikTok is like, I'm not taking any more clients.
Yeah,
Like,
wow.
she's
booked-
huge. She's huge.
booked
So.
huge.
Oh, man.
Is she the one that cleans out the houses for like hoarders?
No, but there's all these other pages like that too.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You can do so much with it. Start a TikTok, start a business.
We out
Scrub
here.
Daddy.
We out here doing scrub empowerment. Like, are you a toilet cleaner? We have empowerment classes for you. Just go to the Kelly Osborne empowerment. No, just bring her out there.
can't.
All right, I got some few things that we got to mention. I know we're running out of time, so it's really cool. This year we get to start off some things. This year we're going to be starting off with the Maya premiere, which is something amazing that's going to be bringing, raising awareness on a key issue such as, the negative effects of like domestic violence in the home, dangers of alcoholism and drug abuse, child abuse, and child trafficking. If you're interested in joining us, we're going to be at the Liamli Royale in Santa Monica on the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. Our friend Basi Sedan Jr., who's going to be with us next week on the show, is in that movie. We're also going to be talking to him and hopefully some of the members from there. And Revolucion 2024 is in full effect. Join us during Hispanic Heritage Month as we celebrate a 3-day festival. John Huertas is going to be there. We just got word that Ida Rodriguez is going to be performing there. We're currently in talk with Ozo Motley to try to see if they're there. Tickets are on sale, 50% off until February the 15th. So if you don't get them after February the 15th, you're going to have to take out a mortgage just like you do with those Bad Bunny tickets. You can go get those tickets at revolucionhhm.com. And you can go to todowafi.com. You can get more information on that. We also have a program guide, so you can actually download that. Very cool. All right, everyone, that is our show. We want to thank everybody who joined us today. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, at Todo Latino Show, at Todo Wafi, and all of your favorite listening apps. I'm Rafael. That is Yobi. That is Daisy. That is Missy. And we're out.